Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Hot Rods by Doug. I hope you guys all had a great holiday weekend. I hope you guys are starting off the new year on a good note. We have a lot of stuff planned for this year as far as stuff we're working on, places we're going, and hopefully you guys are all coming along for the ride. We do happen to have some stuff for Dad's 37 ordered coming soon. We're going to be changing out the front suspension on it, hopefully to raise it up a little bit and hopefully make it ride a little better so he'll enjoy driving it a little more this coming year. We just about have this Impala wrapped up, at least the floor part of it. I still want to, sooner or later, maybe cut the exhaust off and run new exhaust pipe, and I have new mufflers for it, and we got new headers for it, but maybe we can pull this motor out and put some new seals in it and clean it up, repaint it, then put it back in. Just freshen it up, because who knows how long that thing's been in there. It's been in there probably since Grandpa got it, and it's always looked the same to me since I was a kid. So it probably wouldn't hurt just to freshen it up a little bit. But as far as the floor, it's all dried and ready to go. So hopefully we can put this back seat in here and test fit it, and it won't fit in there too bad. We won't have to modify the seat any. We will have to pull the back seat back out. So I did notice that the inner fender did have a small hole in it, and I noticed the carpet was wet when I pulled the seat out, and that would explain why the carpet was wet, because there was a hole in the inner fender and the water's just running in and running down to the floor. So we will be pulling the seat back out so I can weld that up, and we're going to put new carpet in it and everything before we get it back on the road. So I guess for right now, Dad's going to help me, and we're going to try to shove this seat back in and make sure it fits. Which one goes in first? Is it the top? Yep. Wiggle it too. Be all right. Okay. On that one. It's thin, but it touched. All right. Now I ain't for sure which one in first. I think the bottom goes in last, didn't it? Oh, I think like the back. Like it. This side over here, right? Trying to feel for him. Go over to your side. Oh yeah, whoever's sitting here in the middle, you feel it. You riding on it.
You can feel it.
Yep. Yeah, you're gonna ride on it. But I think that's about as good as it's gonna get.
Right. I don't think it'll go nowhere.
No. Well, there you go. It's in. Nice and secure. You definitely can tell that it's been raised when you sit in the middle, but as far as the sides, you're good. And I think that if we only have one of the kids in the middle, they won't be able to tell because they don't weigh 200 pounds. So I think that that's going to work out just fine. I'm really happy how that turned out, and I'm really glad that we didn't have to modify the back seat any, because I'm not really sure how to go about doing that. Probably have to cut some of the brackets and reform them. Then probably have to have somebody redo some of the leather in there, or pleather, whatever it is. I don't know if it's real leather or not. All I know is that stuff will sweat you to death. You'll be on a long car ride and you won't even know your back's sweating until you get to wherever you're going and you step out and your back is soaking wet. That car stays hot. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. Now all we'll have to do is we will pull it out one more time because we are going to put new carpet in it. I actually vacuumed this carpet already, and getting in and out of it with dirty shoes just keeps getting dirty again. But we are going to put new carpet in it for the year. I do have some other plans for it. You know, like I keep saying, we want to do some other stuff to it, get it cleaned up, get it just a little bit more reliable. We didn't really have a lot of problems out of it last year going places. It didn't really break down except for with the Somerset. The little ignition wire gave us a problem, but we have that all fixed up now. Now we just need to fix all the small stuff, and this thing will be 100%. Hopefully, we're going to be working on the 37 here soon. I told you guys about that a little bit ago. Hopefully, we can get it out to some more shows this year. Mom and Dad can drive it down to Tennessee to fall rod run or something. But that's all I'm going to get done right now. So I'm going to close it up here and head back to the house. Well, we made it back out here. And apparently Dad's been busy out here. He's been working on getting the floor of the garage cleaned up. He's been out here getting this floor cleaned up. And that's not an oil stand. It's still just a little wet. He's got the fan going. But he's got this garage floor not looking too bad. I think I'm going to pull this Impala off the wooden crates because I really would like to see it back on the ground and see how actually low it is. And I just can't wait to do anything else to it before I check it out and see how awesome it's going to look on the ground. So I'm going to get started on that, getting that thing on the ground. Well, there you have it. It's way lower. It looks real good tucking that wheel. It's been a while since we've seen this thing out of the garage and down on the ground. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Look at that, digital gauges. This thing is sweet. Well, I don't think I can say it enough. I'm really happy with how this turned out. Now it's got a real good stance. It had a good stance before, but now it's got a real good stance. And now when we're driving down the highway, the butt end won't be all up in the air, because it used to ride a little funky, having to lift the butt end so high. But now we should be riding all right. Well, that's probably going to be it for this video. The Impala is back up and going. We still have some other stuff we want to do to it. It was good to see it down on the ground outside. We took it for a little ride just to make sure that we could ride it a little lower and it wouldn't drag or nothing. So I think it's good to go. Now we just need to do all the other stuff, like maybe put an exhaust on it and possibly pull the motor out. One of the things we do want to take care of is getting this fender painted. This old lacquer paint is starting to crack. It's really starting to crack all over the car, but for now, we're just going to work on getting this fender done. So I'm going to strip this whole fender down and then try to repaint it myself, and hopefully we can match it to the hood and to the door, and it will match pretty decent. I've not really had a lot of bodywork and paint experience, but I think it's just something we're just going to wing, because you just never know unless you try. So I think we're just going to give that a try. So that's probably going to be next for the Impala, is when we bring it back in, we're going to pull that front fender off, and I'm going to start stripping it and sanding it, and then try to get it painted and matched up to get it back on. But as always, thank you guys for liking and subscribing. Thanks for coming back over and over again and watching the videos. Hit that like button, share it to your friends, and we'll just keep on hot rodding. See you guys.